There just comes a certain point in your life where enough is enough. You start evaluating your life deeply. You start asking yourself, is what I'm doing day in and day out getting me closer to the life that I want to be living? Or am I actively feeding the life that I just want to escape from? Am I choosing comfort over growth? Am I choosing to just stay stagnant instead of getting out of my comfort zone and learning to move on with my life? There are places that you want to go. There are things that you want to try. There are people you want to meet, goals you want to achieve. I know everybody that is watching this video has a certain vision in their mind, a dream, a thought, a prayer that just brings a butterfly feeling to their gut when you think of it. Whatever it is, whatever your happy moment, your goal is, when that final achievement that you can finally just say, I did it. You think of it and you get that feeling in your gut, man, your heart, where it just that's what you want out of your life. It doesn't have to be what everybody else wants. You don't have to be what the world is pushing you to be, an influencer, a famous football player, a celebrity. You don't have to be that. You got to be what you want to be. However, it's never going to come unless you ask that question. Am I giving 110% every day? Am I being honest with myself? You have to break down your life into detail. You have to really look at yourself at from the first decision you do when you wake up to the last thing you do before you hit your head on that pillow at night. Everything that you indulge in will either take you closer to the life that you're trying to live or stray further away from it to keep you in that same spot that you're trying to just desperately get out of. But you refuse to do the work necessary. You refuse to study yourself. You refuse to do a couple more reps. Read a little bit more instead of doing that disgusting thing that you know that you're trying to get away from. There are things you're trying to avoid, but it just feels so good that you just want to keep doing it. And then afterwards, you tell yourself, "Oh man, I feel like crap. This is disgusting. Why did I do that?" And then you think in your head, "I'm not gonna do this anymore." But then 2 days later, 3 days later, boom, you're right back there, doing what you're trying to get away from. When are you gonna sit down and tell yourself, "It won't ever stop unless I just stop"? I have to control my mind and really analyze my life and understand what I'm doing is not bringing me closer to the place that I want to be in life. Because when you truly just wake up and realize this is my life, I don't have to be what everybody else is pushing. Because when you look at your phone, you look at any media app, X, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, they all push a certain narrative of something that you should be. It doesn't matter what you want to be, it's what you should be. And that's what winning looks like to some people. Having fancy cars, having fancy watches, being able to just do whatever you want every day. That doesn't matter if that's not what you want. You need to be truthful with yourself and open yourself like a book and read every chapter. Understand who you truly are and what you truly want out of life. You have to find out. You have to dig deep and ask yourself, what is it that I want out of my life? What legacy do I want to leave behind? Honestly, if it's not bringing you closer to where you want to be, it's got to go. Now is the time that you need to just buckle down and say, I understand it now. Nothing will change if I don't change what I'm doing day in and day out. If I continue to live this sloppy life, this unorganized, I don't have routine, I don't hold strictness to myself, I do whatever I want. There's no standards, there's no morals. I do whatever I want, and I hope and pray that I just get to where I want to be in life. I don't have to be the one to tell you this, but it doesn't work that way. If you want a better body, you have to treat yourself better. You have to put better food in you. You have to treat your mind better. You have to make yourself more calm. You have to put yourself at peace. Place yourself in situations and environments that will enable peace in your life, a calmness. You have to understand your home is your body. Your body is controlled by your mind. You can't let it be the other way around because your mind will not do the things that you want to do. It will fight you. It will choose that comfort. You will choose to stay in bed in the morning 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours after you wake up, instead of getting up and doing that list, instead of getting up and stretching, getting up and going for a run to get a healthier body, a healthier mindset. Because truthfully, when you just wake up and you finally realize this is not the life that I want for myself. I don't want my kids to remember me for this, to be a waster. I don't want my wife or husband to know that I just wasted my chance at doing the thing that I have destined in my heart. Like I said earlier, whatever it is, you get that feeling in your gut that just makes you want to, man, get up and just do something. But you're too afraid to do it because you know that you can achieve it. And you don't know what to do with it when you do actually achieve it. There's that old saying, you don't have to know where the staircase leads. You just have to take that first step. And that's the truth. You just have to make that first step. Whatever it is that you want to do, if you don't make any action towards it, it doesn't have to be a huge gain. It just has to be something that will lead you closer to that goal. Because if you never step, you're going to stay in that same spot. You're just going to step in the same direction back because you're not making any positive moves forward. Once you get out of your comfort zone and you finally analyze what you're doing every day and just breaking it down, this is not bringing me closer. This will. I'm going to engage in this and this has to go. Write it out. Get a piece of damn paper. Write out the bad things in my life and where I should be. This is what you focus on. This is what you get rid of. So when these come up in your life, this is what you need to say. I'm not that person anymore. I'm not going to indulge in that. So you get that list and you have this list. This is the good list that you want to, the things you want to be doing. This is the list of things that you want to discard from your life. You don't do these anymore. As much as you want to, as much as it feels good to do those things because it's such a dopamine release, whatever it is, I'm not going to invade on your privacy. We all know that there's nasty things that we hide in our shadow that we don't show to everybody else. You know what they are. You need to get rid of that person. You need to be content with who you are. You have to finally allow your shadow to be dead. You have no more hidden things that you want to hide from others. You are you. You are going to chase this goal, and this is what people know you as. This is what you know you as. But until you start being honest with yourself, until you just start saying, I am not giving 100% every day to getting closer to where I want to be in life. If I want to be more financially stable, I'm going to pick up a book on how to be better with my money, better with my time, and better with my decisions on with my financial life. If I want to be more at peace with myself, I'm going to read books on positivity. I may learn how to be more grateful for what I have around me. Because when you finally be grateful for things, if you're not grateful with what you have now, when you get what you want, how do you know if you're going to be grateful then? So if you got a little Honda Accord and you're wanting to get a Ferrari, it still gets you from point A to point B just as well as the Ferrari will. You may have a little less trouble with the Ferrari than the Accord, but it still gets you to where you need to go. So what makes you think you're going to be grateful with that car? Just because it looks better? Sometimes you really don't know what you want in life because you've been so conditioned by everything around you to just want more and more and more. Listen, and some people, and the saddest part is when people get that, the thing that they think they want, it doesn't do anything. They're still empty because they're not content with who they are. They didn't do any self-evaluation. They didn't dig deep and ask themselves, what do I want with my life? Not what does social media want me to have in my life? Or Facebook or all these people online who are just judging you by what materialistic things you have. Oh, you got a nice car? That's cool, bro. Oh, you got a watch? Oh, it's cool. Man, you got the new Jordans. That's tight, bro. Yeah, it doesn't matter, man. If that's not what you want in your life, it doesn't have to be what everybody else wants. What you need to know is if it does not bring you closer to the objective in your life, what it is that you've set yourself out to do, You have goals each week, each month, and all year round that you're chasing, whether it's career, financial, spiritual, religion, whatever it is. You have those goals that you've set for yourself. And if you don't have goals or things that you're trying to obtain, you're taking your life in the wrong direction because you're walking down an endless path with nothing to strive for. You have to have a North Star in your life, to have a purpose, to have a passion, to have something to chase for. If you have nothing to chase in your life, then you're living for yourself and you're wasting your existence. There has to come a moment where you're tired of doing the same thing over, when you're just working and working and there's nothing that's coming at the end of that tunnel or nothing that you can look forward to. It will be a waste if you don't just buckle down and figure out what you want to leave behind on this planet. Do you want to be a nobody? Do you want to be just another person who lived and died? Or do you want to be remembered as someone who had a vision in their mind? They conquered it, they achieved it, and their legacy is set in stone. You have to silence all these people around you. They don't know what you want. You know in your heart what you want. So until you start making moves, until you start making sacrifices for what it is that you want in your life, and you tell yourself, I'm not giving 110% effort every single day. I'm half-assing the day and expecting the same results that I'd have if I went 120%. It doesn't work that way, and we all know that, but we hope it does. And we still continue to live our life that way because we're a little too tired after work. We're a little too tired after a workout to put in a little more work. We're afraid to meal prep because it takes too much time. So you're going to eat fast food and have the same fat body. You're afraid to read a book because you think it's boring. So you're going to remain without wisdom and knowledge of that subject you're trying to pick up. Really just analyze and break down your life. That is the key. Understanding the areas. You have to understand the areas that you lack in and improve upon them and understand your strong points and act upon those. You have to keep those with you because that's your sense of self. So I'm going to use this to get better at other things because if I can do this, I know I can do another thing as well. Because that's where you're the most honest. In areas that are close to you, all they do is bring you happiness and a sense of self. You know you're good at that thing. You know you can tell yourself the truth and you could say, I love doing this. This is me. Until you reach that point in your life where you finally just stop living for others and you stop wasting your days, your hours, and you start understanding every moment is crucial when it comes to obtaining your goal in life. Until you ask yourself that question, am I truthfully giving my life to my purpose? Am I living out my existence to achieve my goal? You will just continue to live for yourself. And you will inevitably just reach the end and have a sense of regret. And that's not what I want for you. I want you to achieve your dreams. I want you to conquer your goals. I want you to get to where you want to be in life, just as much as I want to be where I want to be in life. I see you watching this video the same way I see myself, the same passion that I carry myself with. I see it in you. I want you to achieve it as bad as I want to achieve my dream, because I don't want people to hit that deathbed and just have those thoughts of, I should have, I could have, and I didn't. I want you to be content with the life that you've lived, the legacy you've left behind. But you can't unless you ask yourself, am I being truthful to myself? Am I being honest with my work? Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a fantastic week and stay safe out there with all this crappy weather and get after it. I'll see y'all later.